Breaking news. We're talking about the Federal Housing Administration, the FHA program from the federal government is severely impacting by what's going on with the job cuts. So let me share this article right here from Housing Wire, and the headline is Massive FHA Cuts Would Create Dysfunction for Mortgage Industry and Potential Homeowners. We're talking about first-time homeowners. If you're not aware, Elon Musk and his department is cutting federal jobs across the board in many federal agencies. By the way, I used to be in the U.S. Army, retired, 20 years active duty. So I was stationed in Washington, D.C. back in the late 1980s. So I know what's going on. Being in the military, I'm part of the federal government. And through my 20 years of military service, I hear the federal budget cuts with the military and with the federal government. I lived 3 years. I was stationed in Washington, D.C. back then. So I know a little bit what's going on. Getting back to this article, it says, if a rumor large-scale layoff at the Federal Housing Administration, FHA, occurs, it could result in major damage to key programs that mortgage lenders and investors rely on, such as project-based rental assistance, Section 202, and even financial losses to the National Mortgage Insurance Fund. Further, this is according to a former HUD official who spoke with Housing Wire and was granted an anonymity to discuss sensitive plans still taking shape inside the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is HUD, and FHA. By the way, FHA they cater to this federal loan program catered to mainly first-time home buyers who, for many years, a first-time home buyer, if they qualify credit-wise, which is the credit score is not very high, or they need like a 580 FICO score, they may qualify to buy their primary home using the FHA 3.5% down program. Of course, you have to pay PMI, which is a private mortgage insurance, but still, for years and decades. Also, VA loans I've done because I'm ex-military. I'm qualified to put 0% down VA Veteran Administration loan as well. So the VA loans and the FHA loans, the VA loans 0% down, are very, very, very similar in that they are federal subsidized loans that allow first-time home buyers who otherwise wouldn't be able to qualify with 20% down payment. As we all know, with the skyrocketing housing prices and the elevated mortgage rates that we have seen in the past few years, it has created a lowest home affordability in the past 30 years. So a lot of first-time home buyers, which consists of like 15 to 20% of the total purchase applications in home ownership programs. So it's a big deal if you cut off this program or severely limited the ability of the FHA and the HUD governmental agency from functioning due to massive layoffs and this chaos, then it could affect the mortgage industry. It's going to have a ripple effect on all the loan programs, and it's going to affect it. Like I said, it'll affect the first-time home buyers pretty much greatly, in a way that the American dream is pretty much almost has been severely impacted as it is already. And then you have this crisis within the federal agency. So it's going to affect the housing market overall. If it hasn't already, there's a shortage of homes all over the place. It's so hard to qualify. And if you look at the Redfin, look, 4 years ago during the pandemic, the mortgage payment for a medium price home back then 4 years ago was around $1,500. $1,500 for a mortgage when the prices were very cheap during the pandemic back in 2021, 2022. Now, due to the escalating mortgage rate and skyrocketing home prices, in order to buy a nationwide median price of a home, which is around $400,000, with the elevated 7% mortgage rate, the monthly mortgage payment has doubled in the past 3 years to almost $3,000 per month. When you add on top of that, when you add the insurance premium increases, as we've been aware of, as well as the taxes increases, when you talk about not only the mortgage is so high, which is create most people can't afford to buy homes these days. So with this FHA and impact, it's going to really have a very adverse ripple effect in the entire, not only the mortgage industry, but the housing market as well. So it's going to be very challenging moving ahead. Let me see, of course, this article also mentioned it's loud ripple effect. It says beyond FHA, rumor cuts could have a material impact on HUD's ability to fulfill its mission, including a key resiliency retrofitting program, Section 202 senior housing, a former official explained. So we don't know, like I said, the ripple effect of the industry, and it's gonna be chaotic. And what if there's a lack of, there may be, the core of this article is that it's just that if the FHA are unable to function regularly, how could they create the loan program? How could the FHA, first-time home buyers, are able to go through a streamlined process of qualifying and closing on a primary home loan using FHA 3.5% loan program? Remains to be seen. We don't know the exact how many people actually gonna lose their jobs with the FHA and the HUD, Human Services. So remains to be seen. I will keep you posted. So I guess then the takeaway for me is the mortgage industry, in which the FHA, even the VA loan program, might be even affected. I haven't even talked about the VA Department of Veteran Affairs, that they may be cutting jobs in that particular agency as well, the Department of Veteran Affairs, which oversees the 0% down VA loans for owner-occupied home buyers, in which I did like 4 0% down VA loans in my lifetime, maybe even more. I forgot, I lost count. I was able to achieve tremendous financial wealth over the past 30 years using the government VA loans because I'm ex-military. And so FHA loan program is critical for Americans' dream of home ownership. So if this internal challenge continue to be adversely affected, we can have a really big problem with people's ability to get the lending program in place. Share with me what are your thoughts about all these kind of things, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And please comment below. And as I conclude this, I'll give you more updates because I have some insider information. Because I have a relative who right now who is a federal contractor who works with the federal government. He works for a high-tech company, so he gave me a lot of insider information about the job cuts in the federal government. I will give you posted. If you receive any value from this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, if you want to learn about real estate investing, this is what I do. This is my business. So all you have to do is just put your email on the body of the subscription or my website below, and click on the newsletter, put your email on there, so you become a free member of our network. So therefore, on a weekly basis, you will receive general economic news, real estate, big picture housing news like you've been getting as of this particular video, and also real estate investing information, buying income properties for yourself, become a real estate investor. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.